Hi everyone, my name's Imogen and I've just graduated from Durham with a degree in environmental geoscience, which is part of the earth sciences course at Durham, and I'm just here to chat to you today about my journey to Durham, how I got to Durham, the application process and anything else in between. I'm from Sunderland in the northeast of England, which is really close to Durham, and it's also an area of the UK where we have low progression rates, so not a lot of young people go on to study higher education. So I didn't really know a lot about university, just because I had never really spoke to anybody my age about going to university, anybody that had had an experience with going to university, so I didn't know an awful lot about it. And my kind of first experience of university life and things like that was when my school took us to the local university, where we got to experience a lecture and seminars and really got introduced to the idea of going to university and it being a kind of viable option for us, which is something that I'd not properly considered before. So I think at that point I really had then decided that I wanted to go to university, just because it seemed like a really good way to carry on my education, and I really enjoyed learning, as kind of nerdy as that sounds, and I wanted to continue with that. I didn't really have a subject in mind necessarily. I think I just knew that I wanted to go to university. Like I mentioned at the start, I studied environmental geoscience, but I actually initially applied to university for geology courses, which is quite similar. They're both within the earth sciences department and realm. It's just that in my second year at university I kind of thought I wanted to specialise into more environmental issues and things like that. So I initially found out about geology at a UCAS fair a little bit randomly, and was introduced to earth sciences and geology and things, and you know, it's not something that a lot of people have heard of. It's quite a niche subject, but for me it combined physical geography and the sciences, which were always my favourite subjects at school, and it's what I'd taken at A-level. So I took maths, chemistry and geography, and I think it just sounded like a pretty perfect combination for me, and I just thought, yeah, this is the subject that I want to do. In terms of choosing a university, I'd always kind of had Durham in mind, just through kind of looking on at earth sciences courses online. Durham was always at the top of the league tables, kind of along with a few others. And I really liked the course at Durham and was lucky enough to be able to visit a few different universities, but I just got a really good vibe from Durham, and certainly the earth sciences department just seemed so friendly and really nice, and like they really cared about your learning and wanted you to have the best experience. So I think kind of by the end of year 12, so the end of the first year of sixth form, I'd really had my heart set on earth sciences at Durham and kind of had that as my goal. And then my tutor, my sixth form tutor, approached me and kind of took me aside and was like, "Imogen, have you ever considered applying to Oxbridge?" And I had a little bit, because it was, you know, at the top of the league table with the other ones, and you know, it sounded okay, it sounded good, but I just never really considered it seriously because, you know, Durham was aspirational, and I just thought that Oxbridge was kind of another league that I kind of had no chance with. You know, Durham was aiming high, so I wasn't sure about applying for Oxbridge and whether I'd have a chance or not. So I kind of dismissed it and was like, yes, I'm applying for Durham and a few other ones, a few other universities, and that's what I'm going to do. Until the week before the UCAS deadline, I decided that I wanted to apply for Oxford Earth Sciences, just because I thought I might regret it if I didn't give it at least a shot. And so that's what I did. I literally whipped around my personal statement within the space of a week and I applied. I got an interview for Oxford and offers for all the other universities I applied to, which I was so lucky to get. It put me in a really good position. Had the interview at Oxford. I knew it went really bad. I didn't get in, which was fine. I was a little bit upset about it, but you know, at the end of the day, it just kind of confirmed to me that Durham was the right place for me to go, and you know, confirmed all along my gut feeling was right, that you know, Durham was the place for me to be. And that just made me really determined to get really good grades in my year levels. And I worked really hard for the rest of year 13 with the kind of goal of getting into Durham. And I did. I got my grades and I was really shocked, and I was kind of in this disbelief that I'd managed to get into Durham to do earth sciences, something that I really wanted to do. And then I arrived at Durham and found it really hard at first to settle in, just because it was my first time being away from home, and you know, it's certainly overwhelming. It can be a lot to, you know, have to kind of fend for yourself a little bit for the first time. But the good thing about Durham is there's just so much stuff to get involved with, you know, whether that's societies or formals or balls, college life, Durham. It's just, there's always something going on, and I definitely threw myself in. So I got involved with college cheer, I did university dance, had a part-time job at a coffee shop, which was good for a bit of extra income and also something to do on a weekend. And then I became a student ambassador for the university, which has been just so rewarding and fulfilling. And I also was social secretary for the Earth Sciences Department society, so that meant I got to plan the annual ball in my second year, which was just so much fun, but it was stressful. There was lots of kind of moving pieces to fit together for catering and entertainment and the venue and things like that, but it was so fun at the end of the night to be able to say, oh, I've like planned this entire thing, and my friends had a really good night. So that was nice. Academically, I've had a lot of opportunities from the Earth Sciences department, so I got to do an internship with one of my lecturers over one summer, which has set me up so well for kind of having a career in the Earth Sciences and getting that vital experience. Overall, I'd say Durham has just been brilliant for increasing my confidence levels, you know, getting me out of my comfort zone. You know, it's definitely been a really good experience for me, and if you're thinking about applying to Durham, I definitely encourage you to do some more research, do some research about your course. You know, if you can get over to Durham and have a visit. I know it's a little bit harder right now, but yeah, if you're thinking about it, definitely get some research done and consider it, because it's been absolutely great for me, and hopefully it can be great for you as well. Thank you very much for listening. I wish you all the best with your application process, and hopefully I'll see you in Durham. Bye!